Wow. Hi, welcome to KaPow Film Festival. This is the Q&A section of the KaPow Film Festival. We are here with filmmaker Nav. She is here with her project Chomp.
Hello.
Nav, welcome.
Yeah.
So Nav, tell us a little bit.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Awesome. So tell us about your background. Where are you from?
I'm from a city called Chandigarh in India, but I live in LA now.
Awesome. So how was that transition from India to Los Angeles and filmmaking? Like, how did you come about?
I took a course actually when I was doing preparing for university in UK, and it was in film, and I absolutely fell in love with filmmaking and screenwriting and generally all of it. And then after university, I decided to do my master's in production and went to Syracuse University on a scholarship, where I started discovering animation bit by bit. And I noticed that there weren't a whole lot of Indian animations focusing on stories that had to do with immigration or homesickness. And, you know, as someone who's traveled a lot, I've been through the process. So it's just sort of picking little bit of moments from my life about adjusting to different cultures. And then after I graduated, I moved to LA, became a script reader, and here I am.
Awesome. That's a very interesting journey. So, is there anyone that influences you as a filmmaker, or who are some of the people that you looked up to while you were in this, journey of filmmaking?
Yeah, a lot of people actually. I would say that my biggest influence is probably my grandfather. He was very keen on finding the right kind of stories to tell. And my dad as well really encouraged me to be creative. And it wasn't just enough to make content, it had to be content with a purpose. So I wanted to focus on children's stories that could also be understood by people of any age, any race. And then my teacher uh, helped me out when I was in university.
Nice. So, with that in mind, did that prompt you to create this animation project? Why animation?
Well, I touched on this a little bit, but basically I noticed that a lot of animation work is actually done in India. There's a lot of Disney films, and not necessarily a bad thing. It's a great thing that a lot of work is done there, but the content that comes out for Indian animation, for an Indian audience, um, it felt lacking a little. It felt like there was a gap that I could fill in with my own voice. So I thought I'd give it a go. I'd never done anything of the sort before, and it was very much an uphill challenge, but I like the end product.
Interesting. Well, that transition to this project, Chomp. So, what is the message behind it? Since it's also dealing with uh, animals and culture, what is the message that you wanted to be behind this?
I think there's several of them, but the key piece of information, I suppose, is that you can find things to connect with anywhere. And animals have a definite tendency to bring out our empathy, even if we've had struggles in the past with them. I have a friend of mine actually who was deathly afraid of dogs and now ends up volunteering like 3 times a week at a dog shelter. And a lot of my inspiration actually came from her for this. But you know, it's about overcoming fears and just sort of becoming a part of a community when you first move to a new place. And you can find that in least expected places. So that was sort of what I was exploring. And it's also about, you know, how animals can just help us overcome processes like grief. You know, in the film, she's very much attached to her grandfather, which is from my personal experience. You know, when she's going through the process, she's not being able to go home during the holidays, and she realizes that, oh, I can actually help someone instead. And she decides to create something good out of her situation. So
Interesting. Interesting. Are
I
you
suppose the message is to just be kind.
ah, okay, okay. What would you like to happen with this project? Would you like to make it into a film or what, or a television series, or what is it that you would like to happen?
I would actually love to make another part of this. I like the fact that it's such a short format. It's only about 5 minutes, so it's easily digestible. What I'd love to do is actually sort of carry on the story of how these two now go on adventures, and how, you know, the more she settles into her life, the more consistent their bond. And, you know, I fully expect to make Chomp an absolute mischief who like causes trouble half the times, but he's absolutely adorable. So she, you know, lets him do it a bit. I'd love to
Interesting.
explore that a bit.
Interesting. Well, this was amazing talking to you, and amazing project, and can't wait for the entire KaPow people to watch it, and the rest of the people that will be attending in the audience. What are some of the ways that people can keep in touch with you and some of your projects? Do you have a website, Facebook, Instagram? What is it?
I have a website.
What was that? You were breaking
Yeah.
up a little bit. What was your website?
It's called navjotkorfilms.com. So all my latest projects, including the one I just made for a couple of charities to help raise funds for COVID, that's the latest one on there. But anytime I make a film, that's the first place I go to. And yeah, you can check me out over there.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, Nav, it is great talking with you. We're looking forward to having you attend the festival, and I'm sure a lot of people are looking forward to watching your project. And we thank you so much, and congratulations on all your success, and looking forward to more and more of your journey.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much again to the festival. I really appreciate being selected. I love it.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much.